SML has been making videos for a long time, almost 20 years in fact. And when you've been making videos for that long, sometimes things are bound to go wrong. From Logan getting in a car crash and almost dying while filming, to ruining a one-take scene, today we're going over the worst things that have ever happened in SML behind the scenes history. Starting with the absolute disaster Logan went through while filming SML movie Jeffy and Jr. Go to Prison. It was just a normal filming day for Logan and the crew at first, but things would very quickly change, since when they tried to get a scene at the playground, the background noises just wouldn't stop, with construction noises, people revving engines, and even sirens all ruining the scene right when they were trying to record. And it wasn't just annoying. Lance actually got hurt while filming this video too, since he had to do so many retakes and keep using the slide over and over again, to the point where it ended up burning his knee.
And then y'all can't see it, but it got the side of my hand too. It doesn't look bad, but it burns really bad. My knee that was in the dirt for like 20 minutes.
This is what we do for you guys.
Yeah, so there's like a nice, look at that. It's nice and good. Makes you feel alive.
Eventually though, they got the scene, and you might think that this nightmare would end here, but you couldn't be more wrong, since when they went to the parking lot to get another scene, it got way worse. The first problem being that they were stood right outside of a busy Target, which meant there were other cars constantly passing them by, which obviously meant that they couldn't record. And even when they did get a chance to, the scene would instantly be ruined by someone turning on their engine or driving by where they filmed. And to make it worse, they had to wait ridiculous amounts of time between each attempt, since it's a public space and there were constantly people passing by.
Go. God. Just when we think.
Eventually, they did end up getting all the scenes, but it literally took until the sun was setting. But next, let's talk about the time Lance ruined a one-take scene. In SML movie, Jeffy gets framed. For this video, Logan bought 2 vases to break, with the first one breaking exactly as expected. But things wouldn't stay good for long, because when it was time to break the second vase, things didn't go to plan. Jeffy was supposed to push the vase off the table, and it was supposed to shatter into multiple pieces. But when they shot the scene, the vase only broke a little bit, completely ruining the scene. And since this was a one-take scene, this would have caused a massive delay to the video, and Logan was pissed.
Come on, Jeffy.
Show awful. Worst thing I've ever seen in my life. How much broke off of it?
Just the top.
No, we're not doing that joke anymore.
But Logan actually ended up being super lucky for this one, since the vase only broke on one side, meaning they could just turn it around and get the scene anyway. But next, let's look at a video that turned into an absolute disaster for Logan. In 2024, Logan decided to start the Fast and Furious series, where the whole crew would rent out a racetrack and make cool car videos with it, and it was supposed to be really fun. However, just a few hours into filming the video, disaster struck when Logan crashed his car. Which you might be wondering how that happened, since the racetrack is absolutely massive. Logan actually sent his car to an auto shop to get the car upgraded just for this video. And it wasn't a small upgrade. His car went from around 600 horsepower to a whopping 1,000 horsepower, which might sound cool at first, but this caused problems with the car because he didn't upgrade the tires, which made the back wheels super powerful, so he had less control of the car.
And I sent it to Hennessy to get 1,000 horsepower upgraded to it. And so that car, ever since I got it back a few weeks ago, it tried to kill me because it's so powerful to the back wheels.
This was okay by itself though, until Logan made one grave mistake, which would cause all of this to happen. When Logan was filming a scene of the Camaro burning out its tires for one of the races, he just couldn't get it right, which meant he had to redo it a bunch of times. And that meant by the end, the traction on the car was completely gone. And when you're racing at high speeds, that's a deadly combo. So when they did race the car, it skidded out on the track at 90 miles per hour, which led to Logan breaking his back and being admitted to the hospital.
But I was going into the turn, so when I pressed the brakes and it didn't stop, the car went and I remember sliding, and I went, oh fuck. I was like, this is bad. I'm gonna wreck. And I remember flying off this hill. So my car flew off this hill, and then when the car slammed on the ground, I felt my back break.
And surprisingly, this didn't affect videos much, since Logan pushed through the pain to record more videos for the channel, which he absolutely did not have to do, and just goes to show how much he actually loves his fans. But next, let's talk about when Lance got a Nerf rocket to the face, which might sound harmless at first, but it actually did a lot of damage. At the time, SML was filming a video called Say Cheese and Bye. The concept was there was a camera which when you took a picture of someone, they disappeared. But this video also had a Nerf fight, which might sound unrelated at first, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Before Lance and Logan filmed the Nerf gun scene, they were messing around with guns in the house, and Logan didn't realize that the Nerf guns didn't need batteries for some reason, so he pointed one of the most powerful and biggest Nerf guns at Lance and shot him right in the face.
Today is Mad Logan Day. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Even though this was just a Nerf gun, it actually ended up leaving a pretty big bruise on Lance's face, and he was pissed.
Oh, wait, how bad? Is it bruised?
I don't think it's bruised, but it's definitely where I got hit in the face by a Fortnite rocket.
But if you thought this video had problems while filming, it's absolutely nothing compared to the original SML movie, which is the only video on this list that never saw the light of day. The SML movie was originally supposed to come out in 2017, with it being over an hour long, and including literally every SML character ever created. And obviously, with this being as big of a video as it was bound to run into some problems. The first problem being the weather at the time of filming. Obviously, since the SML movie was supposed to be the biggest video ever on the channel, Logan and the crew couldn't just sit on the red couch for the entire time. And this was before they had any of the sets they have today, so a lot of the scenes had to be shot outside.
The difference between the movie and the videos I make every week is that it's gonna be good. No, the difference between the movie and the videos I make every week is that the movie has a lot of outside scenes, and filming outside is a pain in my ballsack. Like, I literally want to get neutered every time I film outside.
But every time they would go to film it, it would start raining, completely ruining every scene they filmed. And you may be thinking that this would just be over in a day or two, but that wasn't the case. Since Logan lives in Florida, the weather can be super unpredictable, with it being sunny one minute and then a complete downpour in the next minute, and this kind of weather went on for days. But if this was the only problem with filming outside, it wouldn't be that bad, and we probably would have gotten the SML movie much sooner than we did. But since Logan lives in a super populated area, there's a lot that can go wrong, from cars driving by to planes flying over him and making a bunch of noise.
Because there's always planes, there's always trains, there's always dogs, and there's always just somebody who just wants to make the loudest noise. There's little kids screaming, there's trumpet players, there's sometimes a dragon will come out of the sky and just scream as loud as it can every time I'm filming outside.
And usually Logan would just rush the video or get the scene somewhere else. But because of the fan pressure, Logan didn't want to sacrifice the quality of the video, so he didn't budge. But this would lead to the movie getting delayed multiple times. And if you thought the problems ended there, you couldn't be more wrong. At the time, Lavelle was dealing with a lot of stuff in his life, so for a while when the SML movie was being filmed, he was away to get help. And obviously, Lavelle is one of the main cast members, playing super important characters like Chef Pee-Pee, Bowser, and even Joseph, which the crew just couldn't make the video without, which meant the movie was now delayed from June 2017 to April 2018. That's longer than GTA 6 got delayed. And you may think that if that's all Logan had on his plate, then he was just being lazy. But at the time, Logan was also under a lot of stress because of drama. And with all of these things combined, the original SML movie ended up being canceled in 2020, which I'm still kind of sad about. But we did end up getting the Jeffy's 18th birthday version instead, which came with its whole own list of problems and Logan almost getting arrested. In 2022, Jeffy's 18th birthday was coming up, and fans were expecting a massive video, since this was when Jeffy was supposed to get his trust fund money, which had been hyped up for over half a decade. And this was when Logan finally decided he was gonna remake the the SML movie from scratch, and this time it actually went a lot better, since he had better equipment and actual professionals to help him out. But one thing that Logan didn't have was actual sets to film in, which meant that he had to film in public, causing all of Logan's neighbors to see the white van with free candy on the side just casually driving by their house, which is not a good look for him at all. And after just a few hours of filming, a cop showed up to his house and Logan almost got arrested.
They said that they have kids and it's scaring them. So the cops showed up to my house and the cop talked to me and told me to register it. First of all, I thought he was gonna arrest me. He was pissed. It was the most mad I've ever had a police officer at me. And we've been swatted, right? That's true. The cop was like, this is not funny. You think this is funny? School just started. Because where we're at, school just started for kids. He's like, school just started and you're driving around with a van that says free candy on it. Do you not see what's wrong with this?
But why make it so obvious?
I said, if I'm trying to kidnap kids, I would not drive around with a white van that said free candy on the side of it. I would not do that. That is a rookie mistake.
But apart from this, the filming actually went pretty well, which can't be said for this next thing on the list, which of course is swatting. In late 2019, Logan and Lance were getting ready to film at the SML house, and things were going normally. But things wouldn't stay good for long, since right before they were going to film, Logan got one of the scariest calls of his life. It was the sheriff's office telling him to go outside with his hands up, because a literal SWAT team were at his house.
While we were planning the video, I get a blocked number phone call on my cell phone. And usually I don't answer blocked numbers, but I decided to answer it. And when I answered it, I hear a voice that says, "This is Officer Blank with Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Come out with your hands up right now. Come out unarmed." And I knew from the tone of the voice and just the way the call sounded, I said, this isn't a prank call. This is real.
And if you somehow don't know what happened by now, basically somebody called the police and said that Logan was outside shooting at windows and doing really bad things. This was obviously a fake police report, which is called swatting, and obviously could end very badly. Don't do it. But luckily, it didn't end badly since the officers were really nice and actually listened to what they had to say. And I really hope they found the guy who did it. But next, let's talk about when Logan almost completely ruined the actual Junior plushie. Back in 2017, Logan and the crew were filming SML Movie Junior's Big Spill, which obviously is a video where they had to make a lot of big messes, which normally isn't a problem since the plushies aren't anywhere near it. But for this video in particular, Logan thought it would be a good idea to put the plushies down right next to where they were throwing a bunch of lasagna, which you could probably guess led to Junior getting hit. And you may think it was just a tiny piece and it wouldn't be that bad, but you couldn't get more wrong, since a massive chunk hit him right in the face, which obviously left a huge stain.
He's gonna pay! Oh, little bastard! Oh, yes, I'm gonna make a mess!
As soon as Logan got the scene, he panicked and ran to the bathroom to wash it off. And you may think it's not a big deal, but back then, Logan didn't have any backup plushies of any of his characters. So if that Junior got destroyed, they would never be able to get him back. But luckily, this wasn't the case, since Logan managed to get the lasagna off before it stained, saving the Junior plushie just in time. Next on the list is when Anthony completely ruined a one-take scene, and actually delayed a video. For SML movie The Pink Panther Diamond, Logan had bought a glass cage and a prop diamond. And unlike when Lance ruined his one-take scene, they didn't have any backups, so they had to get it right. Anthony was supposed to shatter the glass and just take the diamond out, but Logan underestimated just how fragile the glass was, meaning when Anthony broke the glass, the hammer actually ended up going right through and breaking the diamond as well, which actually turned out to be pretty funny, because Anthony didn't break character for some reason.
I finally have it. The Pink Panther diamonds. I did not expect it to go that far through.
He shattered the diamond.
Yeah.
And to make it even worse, SML usually films at night, which meant all the stores were closed and they had to wait until the next day to go buy another one, meaning that this video got delayed. And to make it even funnier, Logan even changed to the scene and included the broken diamond in the video, but just added a piece of paper to say it was the fake diamond.
Damn it! I broke the Pink Panther diamond! I'm so screwed! Wait a minute. What's this? Not the real diamond. Well, then where's the real one? Oh,
Next, let's talk about when Lance took a basketball right to the face while filming Joseph the Millionaire. And in this video, Joseph was pretty much the new Goodman, which meant he was throwing a lot of stuff at Chives, and at some point, something was bound to go wrong. Logan and the crew were filming a scene where they had to throw a basketball at Chives, and I guess they forgot that they were throwing it at a puppet because Lavelle actually ended up throwing it too hard, and it went right past the puppet and hit Lance in the face, and he actually looked pretty hurt. Luckily though, it didn't leave any bruise, and after just a few seconds, he was fine and continued filming.
Oh.
And finally, the last one on the list is when Logan got hit by a literal falling door to his head. The crew were working on SML movie Cody's drawing, and since Principal Steinbeck was in the video, they decided to take the door off its hinges to make him entering the classroom super funny. But things wouldn't stay good for long, since when Lavelle was setting up the door for him to kick down, it ended up falling over onto where Logan was standing and hit him right in the head, which it looked like it hurt, but he ended up being completely fine and continued filming.
I'll continue next time. Hold it.
Yeah, okay.
But let me know what you think the worst filming disaster was down in the comments below, and click on this video on screen right here. I think you'll like it.